Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So, RC scale shovel update. I have now tried my hand at making these things, and this is my results thus far. Okay, for these particular four. I've still got 8 more out in the shed to work on, and but I'm going to hold off for a little bit. I want to see if there's any real interest here, because there's no sense wrecking good spoons for no reason. Anyway. So these are made out of dessert spoons. They're a lot smaller. It's a lot less work to make them out of these. I've made a couple different sizes and different styles, as you can see. I'll just zoom in a little bit better here for you. Get a little bit better view. So anyways, these are a little bit more on the scale sizing. Actually pretty close to what my son did. This is one of the ones actually that he did here. It was, I don't know if that was his first or second one, but I have the other one actually. Grab it here. It was in my Jeep. Right there. That's actually his other one that he did. Now, he was able to mill out like a handle hole with the Dremel with the ones he made, because they were made out of full-size soup spoons. So that's when we're looking at a much higher cost rate, because that was a lot of work just to make 2 of them, you know. And it was fun too, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun doing these things, but it's still a lot of work when you're starting with a full-size spoon, and then you got to carve it into turn it into a shovel, right? So anyways, there still will be a higher cost rate for making them out of full-size soup spoons. If you want this sort of a handle type of dealy milled into it, you know. But the new batch, because they're made out of dessert spoons, not so hard on the belt, so a lot less cost to me that way, and a lot faster to make. I whipped all 4 of these off myself in an hour, start to finish. So that wasn't too bad, you know. It was all right. So I picked up some 80 grit sandpaper belts for my sander and just went nuts. And it was kind of fun too, because you got to dip them in water as you go too. It gets really super hot when you're just eating into the metal. But these ones here, if they're going to be made out of dessert spoons, I'm looking at about 10 bucks a piece for these things, plus shipping. I can't do it any cheaper. And whatever the shipping rate is what the shipping rate is. It's not in my control. Okay? So if you are interested in these, 10 bucks a piece plus shipping, out of dessert spoons in one of these type of styles. Now, if you do want a more pointier blade, you know, and like this sort of thing, but in this size scale, or even this size, I don't care. The spoon is only so big. Either way, you're looking at about 10 bucks a piece. But if you want this handle type of thing, you know, for more realism there, these are going to have to be made then out of full-size soup spoons. And you're going to be looking at $15 a piece if I make them out of soup spoons. So you're going to have to let me know if you want a dessert spoon style or a soup spoon style, and then we can go from there, and we'll know which cost it's going to be for you. But also, I'd like to know what kind of blade style you want too. I'm experimenting right now. I've got basically these 2 are very similar to each other, and then this one is definitely different, and of course this one's different as well. And these particular 4 are up for grabs. So, you know, if anybody wants one of these 4, let me know. As far as the way the video sits, we'll go A, B, C, and D. Okay, D being, you know, the shorter one to the longer one, but left to right, A, B, C, or D. I think what I might have to do is, if I start getting into doing more of this RC scale stuff to manufacture it, I might have to put up a website, you know, and have them all listed up there that way, and then you can go up there and just whatever, click and go. So anyhow, so these are the ones that I've churned out myself. I said I'd try my hand at it, and I did, and I'm actually pretty happy with the results. You know, I still think my son did a pretty good job with the ones he made, you know, and these could use a little bit more tweaking up, of course, for, you know, polishing and whatnot. But otherwise, I mean, he did do a great job for his very first 2. I'm very proud of the kid. He did great. You know, and this is my results of my 4 that I've done. So let me know what you guys think. Now, if there is an interest, I will definitely make more, you know, not a problem. So, but if there's not enough interest, well, it stops at the 4 I did today. So, you know, I just don't want to start carving up metal if there's no need to, you know. And because I certainly don't need, you know, a dozen little shovels myself. So, but anyhow, my email address will be in the description of this video. So if you are interested in one of these 4, or you're interested in, you know, this sort of size type of thing, but without this thing, okay, but more of a pointy shovel, this is the information I need to know. You know, for now, if I do set up a website, because this stuff starts to sell good, then of course I will make up batches ahead of time, and you'll have the different styles to choose from, and there'll be one of. Now, the other thing is too, because these are all hand carved, I cannot make exact perfect copies of each one of them, okay? Every one of them will be unique. Every one of them is going to be one of a kind. You know, there may be closenesses to them where they look very similar, but I'm going to guarantee you they're not going to be exactly precisely the same. So, you know, rest assured there's not going to be a bunch of them ripped out on a CNC laser machine. So it's all handmade stuff. So anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. I look forward to your comments too.